Hi, Todd Winty here with Path to Progress. Oh, I got a visitor. Path to Progress for September 4th, 2025. Here in my mobile office, getting ready to head into the main office and getting ready for my day. Started a little late today, so this one's going out a little bit later, but hopefully it'll be useful. I got a little more sunlight coming in from behind than I've had in the past. That's okay. What I've been thinking about this morning is something that maybe it doesn't impact everybody else, but it's something that impacted me really heavily. Recently, I had the opportunity to travel overseas. I live in the western United States, live in Utah, and had the opportunity to travel to Buenos Aires, Argentina. When I was at and I've had several people ask me how my trip was. They knew that I was going for some humanitarian service to do some concerts with a choir that I'm affiliated with, and I've told everybody pretty much the same story. There are two Buenos Aires. There's the Buenos Aires that looks like Paris, but a little more slow, maybe a little less, a little fewer people, but very cosmopolitan, very European. Could be like any other large city in Europe or the United States or wherever. And then almost across the street, you get to a spot in Buenos Aires, and almost across the street, you come across what could be the same site in any developing country in the world. Living conditions for thousands of people that are just not very well thought out, not very well maintained. Houses that people are living in with no glass in the windows, with whatever they can find, clothes hung on the roofs to try and dry, in the midst of garbage accumulated from all over the place. It's very sad. And then I come home. We do our concerts, and for the most part, we're in relatively decent areas. Maybe the boundaries between the really nice areas and the really poor areas, we flirt with those, but we didn't really get into the really poor areas. And then we came home. And as I've come home, I have reflected upon how beautiful, how blessed, how wealthy we are. My wife and I live a pretty modest lifestyle here in the United States, but compared to any place else in the world, it's pretty amazing. We have a home, we have a yard, we have seclusion, a certain amount of seclusion. We have vehicles that run, and they're not being, we're not trying to hold them together with emergency repairs every time we turn around. We do maintenance, but my point is, here, now, I live a pretty good life, and I get focused on small things. Today, what I've been thinking about in my connection to Path to Progress is, how do I help others make that kind of progress for themselves? How do I help others figure out how to lift themselves out of poverty if they can, how to institute government or other kinds of assistance and controls that can help people who truly need it, and set the stage for people who would take advantage of others to not take advantage of others in ways that are hurtful. How do we do that? Listening to a book that's talking about all the conspiracy theories that often float around about how our government in the United States is corrupt and destroying everything, but I've been around, and our government's pretty good, even with all the problems it's got. So I guess what I've been thinking about is, how do I make progress in that space? The only way I can do it that I can see right now is to encourage myself, to remind myself how much I enjoy, and to be grateful for everything that I have. And let that grateful spur me to action to make life better where I can for myself and for others. That's what I've been thinking about. To carry gratitude in my heart every minute. And let that gratitude spur me to action that can make things better, not worse. If that's useful for you today, I'm thrilled that I can share it with you. And if not, I'll try something next time. Share this video with as many people as you can. Let's see if maybe we can have a movement of gratitude that moves us to action. In the meantime, this has been The Path to Progress. My name is Todd Wente. Nullum Diem. We'll see you next time.